Chapter 1, Lights, Camera, Action. Moonlight streams in through the open window while you lay in a plush bed as though you're actually in the realm of the Fae, but the only sensation you care about is the lips caressing yours. Oh. Then those lips travel lower, down between your breast to your stomach. Despite the molten heat in your belly, you force yourself to open your eyes so you can take in your heartbreakingly gorgeous partner. This is a single love interest book, so be sure to choose someone who makes your pulse race. Who is in your bed? I will show you guys both selections. Go with women first. So only 3 options. Tell me what you want. Your thighs tingle as his breath caresses your skin, so close to where you need him. More. Fight back a cry of pleasure. You swallow hard to keep from crying out as his lips smooth back up to capture your nibble. My love, I want to hear you. Strong arms tighten around your waist, and you can't help but moan as he nips at the junction of your hip. Without thinking, you tug him back to you, capturing him in a scorching kiss. You guide him between your legs, and he pushes into you, filling you. Oh, you feel amazing. You grip his waist as he pulls away, then slides back in, his muscles straining as he thrusts deep. The bed rocks beneath you, and you bite down on his shoulder to stifle a moan. I have to cut things out because of YouTube. Remember that, guys. We all have to. Cut! You hurtle back to reality at the words from your director, Remy DeLong, who already is reviewing the scene you just shot. You shake away the thoughts of your gorgeous man as your real co-star offers a hand to help you up. You take it, both of you quickly slipping back into some street clothes. Nice work, Ava. You were, Selena Gray in that scene. Thanks, Val. But you weren't Wynn Everdell. You look over at the hot security guard you've been eyeing since shooting began. He was... You shake your head, trying to quell the lingering desires. Ramy calls for a wrap for the day. That's it for now, everyone, but I expect you all back here in 30 to go over blocking for tomorrow. As you head for the door, 2 crew members come barreling at you, massive pieces of lumber on their shoulders. Oh. You stumble back, only for strong hands to catch your shoulders, the touch electric. Whoa there. You turn to find the hot security guard staring back at you, his gaze intense, and you catch sight of his name tag. Ash Harper. Ash Harper. It's nice to finally know your name. His eyes rake over your body as he stares at you. The heat blooms low in your belly. You should be more careful. He glances over the crew members who nearly ran into you and scowls as his gaze returns to you. I don't want you getting hurt on my watch. He turns and strides away, leaving you alone with your longing. What was that about? Your best friend, agent, and publicist, Gemma Navarro, meets you at the edge of the set as you head towards your trailer. So, you're 5 days in. What's it like filming a legit Hollywood blockbuster? Honestly, I can't believe they already have me filming those types of scenes. I mean, I knew they'd happen eventually, but week 1, it's kind of intense. Hollywood's all about throwing you in the deep end. They needed to make sure you could handle it. Well, who wouldn't want to get hot and heavy with Valero Batista? But when you think about back to the scene you just filmed, it's not Val's face you remember. Why can't I stop thinking about him? You force Ash out of your head as Gemma hands you a stack of mail. Lots of fan mail. These arrived at the office for you today. Seems like your fan base is really growing fast. I can't believe all these people want to talk to me. Gemma, I'm gonna sit down and read them all tonight. Can you make sure there's some time for that on my calendar? I never want to be one of those celebrities who ignores their fans. It's already on my to-do list. As you reach your trailer, you nearly collide with a hairy production assistant. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going. I'm sure it's my fault. I'm still not used to being the hustle and bustle of a Hollywood set. It's so busy. Oh, that's for sure. But getting to work on Guarded, the film adaptation of my favorite book ever, makes it all worth it. That makes two of us. I've loved Selena Gray since I read the first book in high school, and now I'm playing her. Woman goes to reply when Maria, one of the PAs, calls out from across the lot. Shannon, the Wi-Fi isn't working again, and Raimi has a video call with the execs in 5 minutes. Oops, that's me. I'd better go. She gives you a smile before she hurries off. You and Gemma head into your trailer. The space is spotless with polished floors, sleek modern furnishings. I know I've got to go back to the set to do the blocking for the next action scene, but do you think I could change into something a little cuter? You can and should. Every chance you have to show off your style is a chance to build your brand. In fact, you should change into something that'll turn all the heads on set. Who knows when Chris Hemsworth will swing by the set to visit Val? You've gotta be ready. You're right. I need to be ready for Hemsworth to sweep me off my feet at any moment. But even as you joke about it, your mind wanders back to Ash. Gemma moves to the closet next to your dressing table and rifles inside. When she turns back, she's holding a sexy ensemble. A little something I stashed away for the right moment. As my best friend, or as my agent and publicist. In this case, I'm pulling double duty. You'll turn every head in the room with this. A very interesting look. It isn't too bad. This fits like it was tailor-made for me. That's because it was. You're in Hollywood elite now, so you'd better get used to a little pampering. And trust me, you more than look the part. Now, get back on set. You head to one of the town stages and you can feel eyes on you. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? You notice Ash staring at you and your mouth goes dry. He's why. You know that you look good, but the intensity of his gaze makes you feel like he's undressing you with his eyes. You feel a small thrill of satisfaction that you could have such an effect on someone, especially someone as ruggedly handsome as him. You're looking like $1,000,000, Ava. Oh, good. Craft Services finally got my brand of kombucha. You notice Renee Foster entering the set. She's playing your character's best friend, but so far she hasn't even introduced herself. I guess an A-lister like her wouldn't have to, but no one gets anywhere being shy. Sad but true. Hey, Renee. We kinda met at the table read, but I wanted to officially introduce myself. I'm Ava. She doesn't look up from her phone. I'm aware, uninterested. I don't have time to play nice with Raimi's little inige. Sorry. Raimi's what? She finally looks at you. The venom in her expression makes you wish she hadn't. Listen, everyone else around here might be spitting with your wide-eyed, innocent persona, but I'm not charmed. Renee... You know, I thought the Hollywood diva thing was a myth. I guess the stories weren't blown out of proportion after all. She leans in, a snarl on her lips. You wouldn't know the half of it. You have a lot to learn about this town. Then the assistant director calls for places, and you take a deep breath as you make your way to your mark. Ava, watch out! You look up to see the cable on a massive lighting fixture snap, sending it falling towards you. Oh boy. Before you can react, a figure pushes you out of the way. You look up to see Ash shielding you with his body. Yeah, okay, he's now an Avenger. He catches lights with his hand. Shards of glass and burning sparks tear through the air as lights break, but all you see is his face set in determination. I've got you. The fixture crashes to the floor. His arms are around you in the next instant. Yeah, you really do. You don't know if it's the adrenaline, but your skin tingles where it presses against his. Take it slow. He helps you to your feet, and then he turns towards the crew, his stern voice thick with rage. This shouldn't have happened. Right, you're absolutely right. We'll have someone come take a look at it right away. That's not enough. It was an accident. He whirls on you, fire burning in his eyes, terrifying and alluring at the same time. And you, Ava Cahoon. I told you to be more careful. You could have been seriously hurt. How the hell is this my fault? The rising heat of attraction is instantly replaced with a fiery indignation. Last time I checked, I can't control gravity. You need to be more aware of your surroundings. But suddenly his expression softens as he wipes some blood off your shoulder. You're hurt. Some of the glass from the light must have hit you and it shattered. Is that mine? I didn't even feel it. That's the adrenaline. Your body minimizes pain when it thinks it's threatened. We need to get you out of here. Ash takes your hand, current of electricity shooting up your arm. Only then... Where do you think you're going? Ava's bleeding. I'm taking her back to her trailer. We're on a tight schedule here. Ash steps in front of you, his hand still holding yours. He squares his shoulders and lowers his voice to a growl. I think the safety and well-being of your lead actress would be top priority. You can wait. Fine. Take 5. Your hand trembles in his grip as he leads you outside, and he gives it a gentle squeeze. You're shaking. I'm just a little flustered. He reaches towards you, and a part of you thinks he's about to cup your cheek in his hand and draw you in for a kiss. But he merely fixes the strap of your top, his lightly calloused fingers brushing your skin. You're safe now. His mellow voice sets you at ease, and it's that you notice the pain starting to set in. Do you think it's serious? Probably not, but you should still get it checked out. Normally I'd send you to the medics, but they're with the B crew today. Let me take a look. His eyes meet yours. There's a surprising intensity in his gaze. Just when I'm ready to write him off as a jerk, he looks at me like that. Having his eyes on you kindles warmth between your thighs. The idea of having his hands on you too, it's tempting as it is dangerous. If you think it's that bad, better to be safe. Ash leads you to an empty corner of the studio, his hand resting on the small of your back. You're very attentive. You know, a girl could get used to this. I'm just doing my job. Despite his words, you can't ignore the warmth of his fingers against your back. You try to shake away the thought. Now is not the time to be thinking about his fingers. Take a seat here. He gathers up a first aid kit, and a chill runs through you without his touch. He seems to know what he's doing. You watch his hands as he rifles through the kit, steady and determined. I wish he would touch me like that. And then he is, carefully pulling the strap of your top down to expose your shoulder. You shiver as he leans in close to examine the wound, feeling his breath on your skin. I don't see any shards of glass, so we should be good to clean it. You nod, hardly hearing him, imagining how it would feel to have his lips on you. There's a soft brush of his thumb along your arm, and he touches an alcohol pad to your shoulder. Ouch. Should grab his arm. You clutch at his arm, your fingers digging into the taut muscle of his bicep. Breathe through it. His hand comes up to cover yours, a welcome distraction from the pain. It'll pass pretty quickly. You slowly feel yourself relax, even as a heart hammers in your chest from his proximity. You've had your fair share of injuries in your daring line of duty as a security guard. A small smile touches his lips. They look soft and inviting. You'd be surprised. He then touches the pad to your shoulder. You hardly register the pain lost in his touch. I actually spent a couple of years in Special Forces. Wow. So you're a real-life superhero. I guess that means I'm not the only person you've saved. You try not to let the wave of lust that rushes through you overshadow the amazement and knowing what he truly is capable of. But both emotions are forgotten when you see the distant look that's overtaken his face. I guess not. Either way, you seem to know your way around a first aid kit. I'm grateful for that. His eyes scan your face, lingering on your lips for a heartbeat before moving to your neck. You have a cut here, too. His fingers are feather light as he brushes a lock of hair aside. His touch feels so good. He clears his throat and retracts his hand, grabbing a roll of gauze. I guess I should thank you for, jumping in front of a proverbial bullet for me. He swallows, and you find yourself preoccupied with the smooth line of his throat. I'll have to think of a way to repay you. Maybe I could feed you grapes like a Greek god. Imagine yourself lying on a chase and me there to tend to your every whim, letting you indulge in your desires. His eyes snap back to yours, the heat behind them, leaving you breathless. You don't owe me anything, ever. With the way he's staring at you, it's all you can do not to lean in and kiss him senseless. What's wrong with me? He's just doing his job and now I want to make out with him? But you can't deny the magnetic pull urging to close the gap between you. Then he steps away, and you notice that his movements are a bit stiff. I didn't even ask, are you okay? The light must have hit you pretty hard. I'll have some bruising, but I'll be fine. I know how to take a hit. You're doing all this for me. Let me take a look at you. It was his mouth as if to protest, and then his eyes meet yours, and he begins to unbutton his shirt. You're momentarily distracted as he reveals the hard lines of his abs. Well, but then you see it, a dark patch of skin spreading out from the front of his shoulder. It looks like it hurts. You lift your hand to tentatively run your finger along the edge of the bruise. Sorry. You go to pull away, but he catches your hand, bringing the palm to rest over the bruise. Don't be. I can handle it. His skin is hot beneath your hand, drawing you into its inferno, tempting you. I'll take some painkillers later. It's nothing you need to worry about. Ash pulls his shirt back on, unable to help yourself. You start doing up the buttons, and you've just finished the last one when... Hey guys, security's closing the set for today. They need to investigate the accident and make sure there are no safety issues. Ash pulls away sharply, as though the two of you were caught doing something illicit. Good. Glad to hear someone has the sense to take precautions. Oh, and Miss Cahoon. I'd avoid Raimi if I were you. He's not happy with this turn of events. Great. Thanks for the warning. As the PA leaves, you turn to your savior, but he's busy organizing the kit. The order must have come from on high. Someone with cash doesn't want to take the risk. He gives you a final once-over from head to toe with just his eyes. Your body craves more than just that look. It craves his touch, even just for a second more. Anyway, you're gonna be fine. Just get some rest tonight. I guess I'll see you tomorrow then. Thanks again for saving me. No need to thank me. Just remember what I said. Now, playing as Ash. The next morning, you head to the studio's front desk to start your shift, when you see a swarm of paparazzi outside, even more than usual. Hey, Rhonda, who fed the sharks? You did. You haven't seen the video? Someone filmed your knight in shining armor moment, and it's all Twitter can talk about. You're famous. Ah, now we're calling it Twitter now. No good deed goes unpunished. Rhonda opens her mouth to respond, but she's interrupted by Maria slamming a crate of mail on the reception desk. Someone's popular. Wanda, can you deliver this to Miss Cohen's trailer? Rami wants aloe water ASAP, and you know how I get. I'll take it. You're as surprised by the words as Rhonda is. You shrug at her raised eyebrows. I guess the rescue wasn't all bad, huh? The actress you've been pining after finally realizes you exist. I'm not pining. Says the man who can't take his eyes off her whenever she steps on the set. Hey, looking isn't a crime. There's no denying she's a bombshell, but I know better than to get involved with the talent. That's what they all say. Try to shrug off her words as you have the crate of mail into your arms. Even if I was interested, we work together, and I know better than to get involved. Ava Cohen is off limits. As you arrive at her trailer, you take a deep breath and try to steady your nerves. Why is my heart racing? You knock, and after a moment, Ava's agent opens the door. You hand her the mail as you push past her into the trailer. Hello to you two. Ava, you have an unscheduled visitor. It's alright, Gemma. After yesterday, Ash is welcome anytime. Your eyes are drawn to Ava, arched over a counter as she applies her lipstick. You can't help but imagine bending her over that counter and kissing those perfect lips. You're a professional, Ash. Act like it. Ava, how are you feeling today? She relaxes, breaking into a warm smile. I'm alright. She's a good actress, but you can still see the strain behind those relaxed facade. No, you're not. Still a little shaken, but it was just an accident. Nothing to worry about. Ava, you need to see this. Gemma hands Ava a letter. Her face immediately drops. You peer over her shoulder and see a photo of her from yesterday. Wait, that photo of Ava was taken on set right before the accident. Your gaze shifts to the letter's contents and your whole body goes cold. Ava, I'm sorry for what happened yesterday, but you know this. I never meant to harm you, but I can't allow what's happening to continue. I know you see what's wrong, what needs to be fixed. You can fix it. You have to fix it. You know better. Everyone else should consider this a warning that I will do what needs to be done, whatever the cost, a friend. Oh my god. I think you have a stalker. So without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description of the video, links to support this channel, to become more of an intricate part of this community and this family that we have grown, and etc. With that being said, first and foremost, I don't know if during the video you were able to hear any of the background noise. If so, I do apologize. TLDR, I have two special needs brothers that do exist. And, yeah, no, sometimes I try and control, the noises and things, because, you know, one gets very, very, irritable and whatnot, and then he wants to go make a bunch of noises. Typically, I try and take care of it, but if you've been on this channel and tuned into some of my streams long enough, you know that every here and there, a little something is audible. So I do apologize about that. Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's me taking care of them, and pretty much that's pretty much how it is, right? Much like I took care of myself as a child, now I take care of two special needs brothers that pretty much have no one to help them either. It's a downside of having a bad parent. Anyway. Thanks again for watching. Love your beautiful faces. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, leave it down in the comments section below. Once again, I do apologize if you heard any noises or whatnot, but that being said, peace out.